Hello everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In today's MTPredictor video, I'd like to take a look at how best to use our new PB or pullback trade setup. But as usual, we start with our risk disclaimer and remind you that all examples in these videos should be considered as hypothetical. No trades are actually taken, they're just shown for illustration and training purposes only. Remind you there's a risk of loss in trading and investing. Put another way, all professional traders know and understand, but more importantly accept that losses can and will and do unfold. No matter what trading approach you have, there always will be losing trades. This is a 3-minute chart of the NQ, but you can be looking at any time frame or any market you wish. Our new PP or pullback trade setup unfolds on all markets and all time frames. But I just wanted to show you this example as it's a good one to show you how to use the PB or pullback trade setup in the direction of the larger degree trend. As usual with all our MTPredictor analysis, rather than just using our MTP trend color, which we have down here, we like to try and use our setups in the direction of the larger degree trend. Now that means going to the higher time frame chart. So for a 3-minute chart, that would mean going out to our 15-minute chart. If you're say using a daily, it'd mean going out to the weekly. Perhaps you're trading Forex on say an hourly chart, that would mean going out to say the 4-hourly chart. So a time frame between 3 and 5 time frames higher. The market here was going down. Can you see as it was going down? It was going down into, if we place a DP off this last pivot low here, which was like the last low off this consolidation area here. Remember, these are on the chart in advance. They give you areas of potential support and resistance in advance. Can you see how the market was going down into this potential support zone? This is where the low unfolded, and the market then rallied up quite nicely after that. As the market was rallying up, you see this was the swing down into that low. So we right mouse click off this pivot, do a decision point, and can see how that gave an area of potential resistance. So how does this look when we're looking on the shorter time frame? Well, if we go back to the shorter time frame here, can you see now how this first PB sell setup was in the direction of the trend going down? Do you see how it looks like it is on the way down? And that's probably why you wouldn't want to take this buy setup here. But can you see where it was in the direction of going down into the support? This pullback buy setup was in the direction of the uptrend. Can you see how we had a strong uptrend here? This was our pullback. We then had our PB buy setup here. The market was then carried on in the next swing up into the higher time frame resistance. We also had a nice TS1 W3 wave 3 sell up here, which was actually quite nice, but we're not going to look at that in today's video. So let's place the analysis on this PB or pullback trade setup. So as usual, we right mouse click over the correctly colored reversal bar, MTP reversal bar, red for a sell or blue for a buy. Let's place our analysis on. There was the trade setup. Here was our target. Can you see how it's very nice that in this particular example, our target actually fell at our higher time frame support zone. So that would give you extra confidence this was a good trade setup. So the market came down, it came to that target there where potential 3R profit was available. Remember, we always look at our profits and losses in risk units. We don't just look at them in profit in dollars. We look at how many risk units relative to the initial risk it took or required to take the trade. Remember, losses can and will and do unfold. And when losses come through, it would be a -1R or 1 risk unit loss. So that came down nicely into the target there where you'd be taking your profit. Very nice. That was pretty much the low of the day, which was a very nice trade. The market then reversed. We then had a strong trend up. The software then identified this as a pullback. Here's our blue buy bar. We right mouse click, do analysis, and here's our next potential trade setup. Our target here was again pretty much in the area of the higher time frame resistance. This doesn't always happen. It's just in this particular example, it's just nice that it did. But what we're trying to ascertain in this video is, can you see how the market was going up off support into potential resistance as defined by the higher time frame DPs? So that's why this PB or pullback was a pullback in an otherwise uptrend between the two support and resistance zones. The market went up. Here was our target. This was actually a very nice trade because it came out with a 6R profit, or 6 times the initial risk. So a very good trade indeed. So as you can see yesterday, the PB or pullback trade setup did a very good job of identifying two very nice profitable trades yesterday on the 3-minute NQ. But the most important point, and why we're doing this video, is can you see how they're in the direction of the large degree trend? These are the best pullback or PB trade setups to consider when you have a clear large degree trend, and that's the same with all MTPredictor analysis. Markets are random half the time, or maybe slightly more, so therefore it doesn't make any sense at all to try and do any trade setups when you can't have a good clear picture of what the large degree trend is. So this is what we try and do in MTPredictor. We place our higher time frame DPs on the chart to gauge higher time frame support and resistance zones. We then see if the market is making reversals off these to then gauge the higher time frame trend. We then look to take trades in the direction of that higher time frame or large degree trend. And as you can see yesterday, we had two very nice trade setups. The first was a pullback sell there into the low for plus 3R, and the second was a pullback buy setup into the high there for a nice 6R profit. So a great example of the new pullback trade setup in MTPredictor unfolding yesterday on the 3-minute NQ. But again, these unfold on any market and any time frame. It doesn't matter what market or time frame you're using, you can have pullbacks on any time frame. As an example of that, I'll just pull in our TradingView scripts. This is a chart of IBM. It's a daily chart of IBM, and as you can see, we have exactly the same pullback setups in on a higher time frame or a different time frame in a different market. So this is a daily chart of IBM, and you see here we had a nice uptrend there, and there we had a nice PB pullback buy setup there, another PB pullback buy setup there, and a potential PB sell setup coming in just here. We don't know whether this is triggered yet, but as you can see here, that was the downtrend. There's the pullback. Here's the uptrend. There's the pullback. Here's the uptrend. There's the pullback. So as you can see, whether you're trading stocks on a daily time frame, or forex, or any other market, or short-term E-minis, you still have the PB or pullback trade setup available to you in MTPredictor.